Hello people, you're welcome back to the channel. It is your one and only Lady Jackson bringing you this particular Big Brother Naija All-Star season. Today's episode, I think today's day 4 as a day hot. Now, yesterday I literally didn't post any video. Y'all remember how I sounded in the previous days. I have been under the weather, down a cough, catarrh, the flu, all the 9 yards, but I'm getting better. And since I'm getting better, I'm bringing you this particular gist on point. Now, I missed out on a lot yesterday, but that's not a problem. Your girl is back to bring you the true self. What do you miss? Yeah. Anyway, so now in this particular video, I'll tell you about Venita and Khossi's fight. I will tell you about the love up between Ilebaye and Neo, and even the instigator or perpetrator or what you don't want to call it of the fight of Alex and CeCe. Now, of course, if you're new to this channel, make sure you watch this video till the end as you get all that lowdown. And, let's just get right into it. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say that it was before professing her deep desires and love for WhiteMoney. Ilebaye has been seen having a very good moment with Neo. Now, like I said, I wouldn't say it was before because she professed her love for WhiteMoney yesterday. But then, I'm not wondering, WhiteMoney might just be true about her in all he said to Big Brother during his diary session. So yesterday morning, or during the late morning session, entering the afternoon, we saw where Ilebaye was complaining about her feet aching and everything, and of course they were obviously doing on opposite bed, doing her makeup for 20 hours. And then Neo wanted to help out, and she told him to just help her massage her feet and stuff. And that massage was going. Initially, I didn't even know that she had an issue with her feet because it just felt rather too cozy and too close and too intentional to just be a casual, a casual massage. Not until she started, making sounds or screams. And then soon enough that she was holding his hand and trying to stop him from not going further. But then that became quite intensive because she was holding his hand, he was massaging the feet and looking deep straight into her eyes. And they were so close. I mean, their faces were so close. It was a matter of a second for them to start kissing. Like literally, even Dorian had to tell them, this is not a massage anymore. This is something else. Both of you know what you're doing. I'm like, yes, girl, you do know it. Now, moving on from that, we saw that there was the most epic fight in Big Brother's house so far yesterday. And I'm going to get back to it. But how did it get to the point that Cross had to fight with Venita? Now, you guys know that since the day one that this housemates have been in the house, they've been enjoying, having fun, gisting, talking, gossiping. But the effort towards making their wager task the best and they should get to win it has been poor, which caused the first fight. So, of course, all in the light and the beat of, we don't really have time and we might lose this wager, Cross was talking about telling some other people while WhiteMoney was preparing the food was ready, they wanted to eat, and he was like, since nobody's eating yet, why don't we just go and finish the practice and the touch-ups for our wager tax. This food is still here and ready. We'll come back and eat. And then, of course, Venita flared up and was shouting at him that he does not have the right to tell them anything. He's not the head of house. There's only one person she can respect, and it's the head of house and Big Brother. That anybody that even tries it, he could collect, and all the 9 yards. Like Cross that has been avoiding trouble and even telling Big Brother that the house is too chaotic and is so disappointed that CeCe was one of the perpetrators, was now caught in the crossfires. And he just, didn't want to talk too much. He avoided her until she left the dressing room. And of course, Pere was pissed and a whole lot of things. But at the point, I was noticing that, Neo began saying things that felt like he was, siding his cousin, Venita. He was like, oh, she doesn't even talk or shout on a normal day. And I'm like, boy, just shut up. Anybody who expresses a certain attitude, it is innate in them and has been expressed sometime, someday before. So them reacting that way does not mean that they never do it. They were pushed. She wasn't pushed because he just made a suggestion, encouraging everybody. This food is ready. It will always be here. So why not we just importantly put what is supposed to be first and all that, right? Either way, I said I was going to get back to the first epic fight that happened in Big Brother's house, which was that of yesterday between Alex and CeCe. Now, what caused this fight? They had a conversation where it turns out a few persons have been complaining that other people are taking the wager tax on their head, like it's dependent on them and not putting others in. Now, this was mostly Angel, CeCe, Neo, and she had earlier. Now, Alex was having a statement, was talking and said, she had met a few persons, especially Angel and Neo. And I told them that, if you see a number of people gathered having a conversation about the wager tax, please don't wait to be called or begged. Come and join. It is for everybody. Because normally, if you were to be gossiping, nobody begs you to come and join a gossip, right? And then boom, CeCe flared up. I was like, she's taking it like she's the other person. How will she be the one handling the script writing? That she not even like her script, blah, blah, blah. And don't mind the way you're talking, or this one, that one, and boom, everywhere burst in under 1 second. I mean, these girls were pointing at each other and literally going back and forth. If nobody has tried to stop them, Alex would have actually maybe made a move to hit CeCe, and CeCe would have retaliated. So I don't know if that would have been our first disqualification in the show, but the point I'm getting at in this fight is the fact that it seems like Venita is an instigator, because she quickly went in between them only to tell Alex that, you know what, stop this thing you're doing. You're an instigator. Why are you pushing somebody? Why are you forcing somebody to be offended? You're, what did he call that word? English don't finish become. More or less, she was saying, she was defending CeCe and just blasting Alex, which is not supposed to be done. You're supposed to push two parties away from each other and settle the fight without, sounding one-sided. But of course, it's all about the friendship, the alliances, and backstabbing. At the moment, a whole lot of things are happening in the house, and it's the fact that many of the guys are trying to avoid trouble, avoid chaos, because, she and Khosi are back upstairs playing the pool game and now having conversations about how everything they needed to eat and drink and enjoy was in the head of house lounge, so they wouldn't be going downstairs if any trouble was to happen. Adekunle is saying the same thing, that when he sees anything trying to be chaotic, he's going to run upstairs. At the moment, I'm enjoying what is happening. It's day 4, and we have drama back to back. Ooh, do we really think we need new housemates, or, we need actually to cause more chaos? Now, guys, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, click on the bell button beside for notification on every post I make. Don't forget to share comments down below, and also share this video, because I am going to see you on the next one.